Hello and welcome to Red Gaming Tech for your daily dose of your latest gaming news. Myself, Amata. Today is the 23rd of March and I have a little bit of a roundup regarding everything that Phil Spencer, who's of course the head of Microsoft Studios, touched on during his conference at GDC. As he talked about various Xbox One topics, including paid alphas, retail to dev kit conversion, as well as VR and PC gaming, of course. As of course, they do deal with that as well. So the first thing on our list is of course the paid alphas, and basically what he said was that Microsoft is basically looking into ways to allow gamers to invest in games that they want built and to ensure developers, quote, have the funds to bring those things to market. Paid alphas I look at one of those things, he was saying. I think there's an area of evolution that as platform holders will go through this generation in helping developers fund their games socially. You don't really have that place on console as you do in some other places. I think that in order for great diverse content to exist, it's going to be important that us as platform holders think about how we can allow gamers to invest in things that they want to see built so that developers have the funds to bring those things to market. So, from the sounds of what he was saying, it does seem like Microsoft are considering a sort of Kickstarter-esque project or a capability for the Xbox One users. So basically we could have a similar situation where, someone wants to make X game for the Xbox One but they don't have quite the funds, and of course people can give the money if they so wish. So definitely could be interesting. It's worked fairly well for PC, of course, so I don't see any reason why not. Now, the next topic on our list is, of course, virtual reality. And Phil Spencer did say that projects such as the Oculus Rift and Sony's Project Morpheus were cool tech, but he does believe that there is a real, quote, there, but doesn't feel every game requires me to put goggles on my face to go play it. Now, his full statement reads, quote, the big hump will be in the middle, or even close to the casual side in terms of real usage. But I think the technology is really interesting and is definitely something we've been playing with for quite a while. VR is cool tech. One of the things we have is this huge Microsoft research organisation that is important to us as platform holders in helping us think what might come next. That's where Kinect came from, it's where voice recognition came from, it's where a drive-avatar came from. Now, of course, Microsoft is rumoured to be working on their own virtual reality technology, which will, of course, use Kinect 2.0, but unfortunately, Phil Spencer, according to this information I have here, did not actually confirm or deny those rumours, which is a bit of a shame. Now, the next topic on our list is Xbox One as, of course, development units. Now, this was an ability that Microsoft touted around the reveal of the console, that basically each console could become a development kit, and this, of course, alongside the Idea Xbox program that they've got, was obviously designed to basically help indies get off the ground and give each user the capability, if they wanted it, to create a game for the Xbox One. Now, of course, it has been delayed for quite some time. And although they announced it back in July, they have yet to actually allow this technology. Now, this would be implemented via Microsoft authorizing specific consoles to play release codes and for large-scale beta testing. This, of course, for the games that are created. 4 months later, of course, after launch, it still hasn't been implemented. Now, Spencer did say that Microsoft still has plans for the technology, but their outreach program, the Idea Xbox I previously mentioned, is their number one priority. And he said, quote, we want to make sure the people are signed up and are getting the most support from us, seeing all the games in development and trying to get the team's feedback on the games as they come through is the focus. What we're trying to do is facilitate the games coming to the platform as quickly as possible, and right now there's been focus on what the people that can build today. So, I understand that they want to make sure that Idea Xbox goes smoothly. That, of course, has really only just begun itself, so they want to make sure it has a smooth launch and there's not any huge hiccups. They, of course, have already revised the parity clause in the Idea Xbox contract that you have to sign. So, hopefully it means we won't see much more of a delay in the dev kit functionality, as I really think that was a cool thing of the Xbox One, that you had the capability to do that literally any bedroom developer could sit down and go, well, my Xbox One is a development console, so I can make a game, and then people with authorized specific consoles, as I said earlier, will play this game in pre-release and beta or whatever, and then maybe if it's good enough, it will get put through on ID at Xbox. You know, that's obviously the idea. So it's a bit of a shame that we've seen such a delay and we don't have even an idea of when it's going to be coming out, but hopefully it will be making its way to us before too long. Now, finally, we're going to finish up with their discussion regarding the PC. Spencer did basically reiterate that Microsoft has renewed focus on PC gaming, and these promises will basically come to fruition later this year. And he even praised Valve for keeping the PC torch aflame, and basically said that, quote, the backbone of PC gaming for the last decade has been Valve. And his full statement reads as such. As the Windows company, I appreciate what they've done. They have, in a lot of ways, focused more on PC gaming than we have. A renewed focus on Windows and PC gaming inside Microsoft is definitely happening. You will see more focus from us, not to go compete with what Valve has done, but because we also understand as a platform holder, it's important for us to invest in the platform in a real way. We're fundamentally committed to that, but we're going to have to invest significantly more in that space, not less. It's just whether what we have today is the core of what we have in the future, and it's probably not. We've got to get this message out in a thoughtful way within the next few months, and not anything more than that. It's not in the real near term. This is something that we're working on now because we want to be clear on it. And he said that their plans will be revealed this summer as, quote, more talks and different technologies are shown, which I think we could take to mean that we will actually get clarification on what he's talking about come E3. Now, he didn't actually discuss on the exodus of developers from games Windows Live after, of course, Microsoft did say that the service would be closing this year in July, and he said, quote, "You will get a clear answer from us very soon. We have a longer term plan for multiplayer gaming and the marketplace on Windows. We understand what we have today in market isn't great. We do understand there's some continuity of getting from where we are to where we want to be, and that shutting the lights off on the service isn't exactly the right thing to do. We've got to make sure we've got a thoughtful plan that supports the people that currently have games on Games for Windows Live. It's a conversation we're having." Now, to be honest, I think shuttering Games for Windows Live was exactly the right thing to do. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't put a little bit of support out there for people who are still having their games on Games for Windows Live, because, of course, a lot of developers have taken their games off the service, of course, but not all of them have. There are still some that are using the service for whatever reason, so a little bit of support is needed for those games, but I really do hope this, they're not thinking that they can renew Games Windows Live or bring it back to life or whatever. Just leave it alone, please, for the love of God. Anyway, that is all the topics that he discussed. A little bit more of a lengthy video from me, but he discussed a fair few topics, and not any real huge game-changing information was revealed. I'm certainly intrigued to see what this plan for PC gaming is, but other than that, we don't really have any real updates. I'm sure that the real updates will be coming in E3 2014, which of course we will be covering when it finally rolls around. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.